Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick update on my experience with the Sony Playmemory application store. This launched alongside the NEX5R and 6, and it's matured quite rapidly since its launch. We're looking at it right now running on the HX400V, which is the first CyberShot point-and-shoot camera to have full support for the Playmemory application store. With that said, this update is all about 3 brand new apps, and you're looking at them on screen. We've got Liveview grading for video now, which in my opinion is the most impressive of the 3 updates. Motion Shot, which is about creativity. I'll be going through each of these. And lastly, Portrait Lighting, which is exactly what it sounds like. So let's start off with the portrait lighting. $499.99 buys you this application. As I've mentioned in the past with these apps, they're all about creative and post-processing shortcuts, essentially. In this case, we've got a post-processing shortcut, and as you can see from Sony's demo, this application lets users easily accentuate people's faces and take stunning portrait photos by adjusting the contrast and lighting level. And that's what you can see demonstrated right there with the baby's face. And essentially, in most cases, these applications work very well. You can see a list of supported cameras there, and basically another demonstration of the portrait lighting effect, several in fact. And the actual app is a little under 100 megabytes. That's fairly average, by the way, and you can see more supported models there. And that's what's impressive. You know, Sony is really opening up the Playmemory application store to a wide variety of cameras, and it's in both their interest as well as ours as consumers. Now, whether or not an application is going to appeal to you is all about what you plan to get out of it. Something like Motion Shot is clearly more about creativity than something like the app we just looked at, or the grading one that's coming up next. For $499, this application is going to allow you to, I'll read it right off of here, express the dynamic energy of objects in motion in one breathtaking photo created from a sequence of shots. So they're combining shots in order to create a cool effect, and that's exactly what you'll see right here. And I think this is something that a lot of people have been doing in post, and now they don't have to, and that's why Sony creates these applications. Clearly, this one is more creative than the others, at least at its core nature, but still a very useful app in my opinion. Last but not least, in fact, as I said earlier, the most important of the bunch is the Liveview grading. And for $9.99, this is going to allow you to, in real time, grade your video, not in a pro manner, but on the fly, seamlessly, not have to rely on post. That sounds like $10 well spent, no matter which camera you're purchasing this for, because keep in mind, any application you buy, you can use across any camera that supports it. That Sony makes. So essentially, this app expands creative possibilities by letting you fine-tune the color of your movies while viewing the effects in real time. Pretty much what I surmised earlier. Also under 100 megabytes, but sizable. And this is one of the critical enhancements of the HX400V and many other latest additions to Sony's lineup of cameras. In terms of supported devices, here, I'm not seeing anything listed in detail like the other application list, as you may have noticed, where we saw an extensive write-up of what worked and what didn't. And that will tend to be the case with many applications in the Play Store. You can see right now, if I go to the All tab, you're going to see all of the current applications, and there are astonishingly a lot. You know, this is something that was really a crapshoot for Sony when they introduced it, and now there is a wide variety of different applications. Granted, most of them are pay, few of them are free. The free ones really are quite limited. The most useful free one is definitely the remote control, the smart remote control app that I have demoed in the past. You can see I just triggered the EVF sensor there, another nice enhancement on the HX400V. But that pretty much rounds out my update about the Playmemory application store. It just is continuing to grow and is definitely a good thing whether you own a Sony camera that supports it or are a potential buyer in the market right now, because really there's no other platform like this currently available. And considering it's paired with some of the best hardware and innovation in the business, I think it's a great add-on, especially considering you can pick and choose exactly what you want, and you get to have that license, as I said, forever, essentially. And the apps that are important to me right now are really the smart remote control, time-lapse, and then this brand new live view grading. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.